Welcome to the Sunday Post, where we talk about why JR can't get a girlfriend. I'm Thad.
The shit, man. The shit. We had a tagline rehearsed. We went through it. We had a drawing board.
But
then we go back to the thing that we do not discuss.
I have been waiting.
The fuck,
this
man?
whole time. He didn't even know. He didn't know.
You suggested them too. You shot down my perfectly good one.
Actually, I forgot your perfectly good one.
I did too. That's the fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh,
Giant horse dildo.
So we're not gonna lie, we didn't capture a guest for tonight. Our cage kind of broke, and they kept running out after we got the nets. Apparently, butterfly nets don't work well on people.
Well, it's not just that, but apparently we had a little mix-up at the vet, and the sleeping drugs we were giving him were actually steroids. So he got ripped. Have you seen Avatar? Think Uncle.
At first, I thought you were going to talk about us going to the vet to buy a person. What kind of Planet of the Apes shit is that? My God.
I mean, you can't. You can
buy people at the vet?
I'm sorry. Have you seen Indecent Proposal?
Actually, no, I haven't.
No, no one has. Basically, billionaire walks up. Well, I don't know. That's my assumption, having not seen it. Walks up to a man. I will give you, I think, $50,000 if you'll let me fuck your wife tonight. I don't know if it happens or not. I should have started that without having seen it, but
yeah, I was gonna say
Demi Moore was hot back then. So
you haven't seen it, so I feel like you're misquoting a lot
Demi
right now.
Moore was hot back then. I just remember an interview with Ashton Kutcher. He talks about I wasn't allowed to see this movie, which starred my wife at the time it aired because I was too young. So yeah.
Anyways,
weren't we doing comic book shit?
Weren't we? I mean, well, we try to.
We have a
last
list.
episode broke down into a lot of dick.
We measured.
Oh yeah, I think I won by 8 inches. I mean,
no.
I feel like Josh is
meter long King Kong dong. So I'm pulling up the thing of actual skits.
He's a little obsessive about all the shit.
Taglines.
So he writes them all down.
Otherwise, we
never do any of the taglines he suggests.
We did last time.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we did last time.
I don't remember. I've had a lot to drink. You think this is... I'm not allowed to say the name. Bitch.
By the way, everybody.
Fuck! Do you know what the first topic was?
What?
Funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to pause this?
Why?
I haven't seen the teaser.
The teaser?
There's a teaser for Captain America.
The new one?
Yeah, I think so. This is our first commercial break.
Have to put the thing back in.
Oh, hey, it's back on. Cool.
Hey.
Oh, so we're on Fuck Up 2 now?
JR fucked up a lot. There was actually
3 things.
There's actually 5 in there.
Did anyone die?
One of which was the fact that he lied about the Captain America Civil
I didn't
War
lie. I didn't know.
trailer.
I just heard some things.
Well, obviously you had heard wrong.
Remember that time I fucked your mom?
No, I don't. No, I really don't. Because it didn't happen.
That's weird.
Who did you fuck? Oh, yeah.
Shh. We don't go into that. Why are you on my Facebook?
Actually, I'm not. You were just the first fucker to pop up.
Yeah. I got very excited today
Is Facebook a brand name? Should we say Facebook? I think we should.
I think everyone can say Facebook. I mean,
I don't fucking know.
I mean, if we say the people who make Bugs Bunny, they might come after us, or Aladdin. But
maybe we should stop.
Can I? I had a revelation that was taken away from me today. I think I texted it to you earlier today, or no, I called you about it. The fact that, or the almost fact that, going back, Adam West wasn't even the first Batman, right?
Oh, are you talking about the alphabetical stuff?
A reverse alphabetical, but Lewis Wilson was the one in the 1945 version.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson, reverse alphabetical even works with Lewis Wilson until you get to fucking Keaton and Kilmer, which I thought they were reversed. Kilmer was before Keaton, but it's the other way around. Otherwise, every single Batman his last name alphabetically, live action, goes in reverse alphabetical order. I mean, the last three, Clooney, Bale, Affleck, or even CBA.
Okay.
I got bored today.
So, this was a revelation
I need a girlfriend.
that made no forward effort at all whatsoever. JR is now looking into his cup in shame.
Don't shame him.
Anyways, Agent Carter. Miss Carter, well, actually, it was mainly Joshua the thought. I will get... Damn it!
Fuck up 3, someone dropped a name.
Sorry, JR.
Bitch.
Fuck. Anyways,
Bitch.
JR here had the idea.
No, your name Thad. There's a guy in college that nicknamed his penis Vlad the Impaler.
Anyways.
Dude, awesome Russian accent.
Anyways. JR
Yeah.
had the idea about...
me. Civil War starting with Peggy Carter's funeral. She's up there getting old, and she's gonna croak soon. I think that's just accepted. And Captain America being one of the casket bearers.
It would be a really depressing scene, and it would set kind of the mood for the movie.
I mean, just picture this. Opening up, Natasha Romanoff knocking on Captain America's door. Steve, it's time to get ready. Steve dressing in a pure black suit. Taps start playing. He goes to Arlington. It would just set the mood for Civil War. I just made myself choke up with tears.
I mean, you could even see it as, since Crossbone is going to be the main or more primary villain in it.
Not main.
Not main.
Baron Zemo.
There's going to be a background villain, yeah.
Baron Zemo.
But still, Crossbones is probably going to be the most integral part. I mean...
The government's the bad guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Civil War.
Civil War, motherfucker.
So...
Hey, I just thought of... This might be totally bad and we shouldn't use this, but Civil War, old school, was slaves. Not necessarily entirely, but...
It was mainly money, but...
I know, but slaves was a driving...
I know a lot of people say the driving force was slaves and so
It
on.
was present, though, is my point.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
I mean, that's basically what the cinematic universe, that's basically what the U.S. government wants to turn superheroes into.
A little bit.
I mean, they want their own personal fighting force. They don't want the Avengers to operate by themselves, even though governments do need people that can do that.
Cap's against that, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact size. And then Stark is for it, but Stark is more for it because he wants a defense force to defend the Earth and also to... He wants to register all the superpowers because of how much fucking shit they cause.
Well, not just that. I mean, I'm going to draw from both the comics and what I assume will be with the cinematic universe, but in Age of Ultron, Scarlet Witch, one of the Olsen sisters, little sister, whatever, said Tony will redeem himself any way he can. Tony fucked up in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
He created Ultron accidentally, but he did create Ultron. And in my mind, he's still trying to atone for that. They demolished a city. I mean, he sent the thing. He sent Stark some kind of Stark aid unit to go help. Money can only get you so far. I mean, he has to redeem himself in the eyes of the people, in the eyes of the world, in the eyes of himself. I mean, that was one of the main things. When he saw what he feared the most, it was everyone else dying and him living.
Well, not necessarily. He was...
No, that was stated flat out.
Well, I know
he was talking to Fury.
I know that he lived, but it was more along the lines of, like, there was no hope it was going to happen regardless.
Well, I mean, I get that, but it's also just... It's no hope, but it's what could I have done?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's... Hindsight's 20/20, and he can't travel into the past like he could in the comics.
Which he does a lot.
So much.
Oh god, time travel in the comics.
We're not getting it. We're not getting into that. We're just
anyways.
But
it would be really interesting if they had it where Peggy Carter was the whole funeral thing, and they could even have it where Crossbones kills her. Which would be an interesting story, because Crossbones is supposed to be the actuator to the whole crisis.
Well, not just that, but you're killing an 88-year-old woman, no offense, but wait 3 weeks and she's gone. My main thing is Agent 13, Sharon Carter, Peggy's niece, granddaughter, whatever the hell she's going to be. I feel like he's going to walk up to Cap and just be like, so did you fuck my grandma?
It's probably going to be a moment of, hey, you and my grandma used to have, a romantic love.
Fondue.
A fondue.
They used to have fondue together all
but they
night
never,
long.
They,
sweet fondue.
But I heard you two never finished. So I want to jump your bones now.
She never did.
She never did. So I want to jump your bones and have a kid with you. Something like that. I don't know. I just think it'd be interesting.
I just think there's going to be a personal relationship.
Well, if they finally fucking finish this weird love triangle that Cap has had in every single fucking movie. I mean,
are we counting the 1994 version? So let's not count the 1994 version.
Let's just not count any of the old. 1994 version.
2008's the cutting off point?
I mean, maybe. Although, I think we should still count the 1986 Howard Duck.
Veto.
You want?
Let's count the 2004, I think, Punisher.
Punisher Warzone?
No. 2004 was Thomas Jane.
I thought
just Thomas Jane and Punisher in the same 10-second span gave me an erection.
Don't get me wrong. I love Thomas Jane as Punisher. He did so far the
Dirty
best
Laundry
Punisher.
too. I mean, even that was his own thing.
But personally, I don't think they could bring him back because of the fact they're doing the cinematic universe, not the Netflix universe with it,
which interacts with the cinematic universe. They can't bring him back. I just can't see anyone else playing him. Tom Hardy is wanting to play him, but I'm sorry. Punisher to me is, it sounds bad, but Punisher's a goddamn American.
Okay,
I'm
actually fine with Tom Hardy playing it. A lot of British or
I think
Australian actors are able to mimic.
Okay, I guess that was stupid. I mean, Christian Bale as Batman is amazing. He was an Welshman.
And he was an American Hustle where he played New Yorker type.
No, we're strictly comics here.
Are we? I don't think we are.
I was going Heath Ledger's Joker.
Up so you don't fuck up the mic, man.
Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath Ledger's Australian was. He's been dead 7 years, Sam.
I guess, yes.
January 22nd, 2008.
I can look them all up, but that takes effort.
It's January 22nd, 2008.
No, I meant their location.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
And then there's Tom Hardy, whoever.
I think he's London, or he's England.
I thought he was an Aussie.
You keep talking.
And then there was the guy that plays Commissioner Gordon.
Gary Oldman.
I'm
almost certain he's London.
Alfred.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Learn names.
I don't like names. Anyways.
Why did I get a mental image of Michael Caine being in Monty Python?
That would actually be pretty interesting. What was his voice and so on?
I think he hung out with him in the original Dumbledore.
I feel like McKellen just had like a background part somewhere in the entire series and nobody was told.
Monty Python?
No, he's not part of Monty Python. I'm in Batman.
No, I thought you were talking about Ian McKellen in Monty Python.
No, he's too rigid.
Okay.
Well, then again, his new show is pretty fucking funny.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we've been discussing Civil War a lot. There's a lot of roles being reprised for it, and we're wondering. Even Howard the Duck they've even mentioned him. I'm not entirely sure what all's been mentioned about it.
He's been in there.
But a lot of roles are being
London, Tom Hardy.
London, okay.
It's not a great picture on Wikipedia.
And it's going to be I almost feel like every Captain America movie is a phase within itself. If you haven't realized, each Marvel
phase,
every Avengers has ended a phase of Marvel cinema,
except for this one.
Well, yeah, this one technically it was.
Phase 2's ending with Ant-Man because
it was originally supposed to be
hissy fits.
Yeah, a lot of hissy fits. Anyways,
sorry, Paul Rudd.
But
I do love
I've kind of realized that each individual Captain America has benefited almost every single sub-series and so on in the Marvel Universe.
Well, I mean...
And it's kind of like its own subplot to the entire series. Like, okay,
can I?
Iron Man has his own little individual thing going.
Iron Man
you
is
know?
a selfish, narcissistic bastard most of the time. Can I break you?
Yeah, sure. I guess.
First Captain America, are you saying that basically led to Peggy Carter? Benefit Peggy Carter, the series?
Peggy Carter. All of season 2 is of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty much about the events of what happens to Cap.
I'm very behind on my
It's the reforming of S.H.I.E.L.D. itself.
Netflix viewing. 2 was Winter Soldier and Romanov.
Yeah.
And Crossbones.
Yeah.
And Falcon.
So much has been brought in just as like a mini phase. It's kind of like the mini boss before the final boss at the end. You know? Every single time they've done it. Well, I guess I can't say every single time. There's only been 2. But it's been...
So every single time.
Well, still every single time, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just shouldn't...
That was impressive.
Yeah. Anyways, it's been a little mini... it's been a mini boss to the boss, which is Avengers. You know, Thor...
Rising Platform.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Thor has had a few little tidbits added in there.
Thor, in my mind, has focused mainly on the Infinity Crisis.
It has, yeah, definitely.
I mean, Iron Man started this thing. If we discount, Hulk, but
they're counting it as partial.
I'm not sure which one came first, though. They came out the same year.
What, Iron Man and Hulk?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Keep talking.
God damn it. We are so behind.
Oh wait, laptop.
But no, don't use the laptop. You stop through.
No.
Okay.
We tested this.
Sorry, JR is a douche and stopped the recording temporarily.
Yes.
He's looking up the
Incredible Hulk and Iron Man. Which one came out first?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Iron Man came out after Incredible
June 13th, 2008 for Incredible Hulk.
2008, really?
Yeah. Iron Man is May 2nd, 2008.
What the fuck?
Robert Downey Jr. is in the very last scene of Hulk.
I know he
General
is, but I felt like it was after.
Is it General Thaddeus? Ross?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I just know it's Thunderbolt
It's
Ross.
Thunderbolt.
Who will be reprising his role.
And, do you just want to jump into that?
And Edward Norton, his Hulk, is technically canon, which is never really talked about in the cinematic universe. It's the only one that's never referenced post.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they don't talk about it because it's a different actor. And honestly, I looked into it. Joss Whedon basically had the choice of Mark Ruffalo or Chris Norton, and Edward Norton. Yeah. And he was told that Edward Norton is sometimes a pain to work with, so he just went with Ruffalo. Norton and Ruffalo are friends, and Ruffalo actually asked him, "Is this cool to do?" And Norton just said, "Go for it, dude."
So, but anyways, all of theirs haven't really been major key points or subplots to the entire thing. It's just been more of their own personal stories progressing.
I mean, the only thing that can really... I said Thor does the Infinity Crisis. Yeah. Iron Man is the selfish one here. But just Iron Man 3 was influenced by the Avengers. He did not really influence the Avengers.
Well, even the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, they did bring in the one Infinity Stone, but...
Yeah, well...
we've got a lot of starting stories of a whole bunch of new superheroes coming in. We got Black Panther. We've got Ant-Man.
Spidey.
We
potentially have the Inhumans.
Well, the Inhumans are after.
But that's when they get their own movie. They could totally... That's when the Inhumans get their own movie, is I think 2019. But they could totally at least make an appearance because some of the Inhumans are in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Are they?
I believe. I told you I'm behind. I'm just going off of...
Honestly, I kind of stopped following it because we got off DirecTV. So. Brand name, shit.
That's fine, I don't...
Anyways.
I think we can take them in a fight.
Anyways.
Lawyers are pussies.
What's our next point with Civil War? We've kind of...
Samuel L. Jackson not making a reprisal of his role of Nick Fury.
He's trying to work on his contract renewal.
I believe he got it approved.
Did he?
I thought you told me that.
Well, no, he was working on it. That's what I had told you. Anyways,
He's not going to be in Civil War. He has 2 more movies left on his contract.
Are they going to try and bring him into Avengers? Because I just don't see Nick Fury out in space.
The next 2 that he's assumed for are the Infinity Wars.
Could you just see him fucking bitching out Thanos and fucking...
Why are these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking spaceship?
And you can just see Thanos going, I don't fucking know, man.
I don't know.
I didn't come prepared for
I just got a mental image of Thanos with Consuelo from Family Guy voice, just...
No.
Mrs. Star-Lord, no here.
Oh, no. Just fucking full on what Samuel L. Jackson's known for, just bitching the fuck out of Thanos.
Josh Brolin, he no here.
Like, the rest of the entire series is just the team in a bit of a sitcom after Nick Fury solved
I'm sorry,
all the
but
conflicts.
Chris Pratt as Star-Lord in a sitcom sounds amazing.
It does. It really does. But just after Nick Fury bitched the fuck out of Thanos doesn't know what the fuck to do.
No, he's a neutered dog.
I mean, the entire second movie is just the
him and
aftermath
shenanigans
of this entire thing.
afterwards. Okay, yeah, so I think we're done with Samuel,
Yeah.
right? Okay, next is Martin Freeman has signed on. As far as I know, they're not being too helpful with what he signed on for, so I have several different roles that he is being considered for or thought of for. The best one that I've heard is British Prime Minister Edward Chase.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard somewhere that the Avengers, the first mission that they do, kind of like in Age of Ultron when they take out the base in Germany.
That's not their... Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to go to the whole thing in Wakanda, and I was going to say, that's not their first.
How about you let me speak before you
maybe.
be a dick.
Goddamn.
My God, your eyes are beautiful. Anyways.
What the fuck, man? Anyways.
Mine are bluer. Anyways, Edward Chase. I've heard from somewhere online, I don't know, I don't feel a need to cite while I'm on here. Their first mission is going to be in London, England somewhere, and shit's going to go down, and the British Prime Minister is just going to go, what the fuck, U.S. government? I thought you had them roped in. U.S. government is going to go, what? No, we don't know who they are. Another thing is...
And on top of that, they also have the thing where the guy at Wakanda...
Ulysses Claw, that's what I was getting into. When Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver cut him off when he was talking in his munitions factory ship, he said that if his demands were not met, he was going to fire a missile at the minister. It just seemed like a very specific title, I guess.
Should this next movie just be Avengers 2.5 team building?
No.
But with how many... because think about it, Cap is now...
People are going to get tired of the... I mean, if you call something the Avengers, they're going to get tired of it. That's why Captain America 3 is the Avengers, so is the Infinity War, but they're not actually putting the name Avengers.
But the thing is like all the Avengers are in it, and it's the Avengers fighting one another. I mean, it might as well just be,
Clash of the Avengers!
No, it should just be Avengers 2.5 team building, because they're all just having like this huge team thing. You could pretty much just simplify it down to like a football team having...
So I actually have some more topics, if that's cool with you.
Because I like...
It was actually related to Martin Freeman, other possible roles. MODOK.
Let's not talk about that.
I was going to let you shoot down. Peter Henry Gyrich. I'm not finding like too much on him. Everett Ross. I believe Thunderbolts kid. But...
obviously related to...
Ross, but yeah. And then my favorite after Prime Minister Edward Chase, Norman Osborn.
I haven't heard that one yet, but...
I gave you this list.
Yeah, you act like I read it. I mean, my God.
The fuck, man? Everything I send you is gold.
He thinks everything he sends me is gold.
I literally wrapped a turd the other day, and it was gold.
Anyways.
By the way, I'm the guy who dropped shit at your front door.
Anyways, I actually have this whole thing here while I can read it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't think he should be Norman Osborn, because Norman Osborn, whenever he's running for mayor, or it's president, isn't it? He even says that he's a city boy. Plus, he has to be American for that reason. And not against Martin Freeman, who's a great actor. Love him as Watson. And that's not my problem. I don't think he should be Norman Osborn. I really don't think he should be. I actually detest that even more than Matthew McConaughey being. No, actually, I might actually like him more because I think he could at least faux an American accent.
Okay, well, we were very wrong on who Everett Ross was. According to ComicVine.com, he is a state employee that when Black Panther, King T'Challa, am I sure?
I'm not going to go through and pronounce it properly.
Okay. Is on American soil. He is his escort. He's just basically a bodyguard. Scrolling through a bit more. He gets into a fight with a street punk. The punk steals his ID. He follows him with Black Panther in tow to a strip club, and the guy who stole it, Everett, Black Panther, and some strippers get into a fight. And it ends up with Everett and Black Panther being taken to the police station, and Black Panther just goes, "I'm a diplomat, free-ass motherfucker," and that happens.
Actually, that would be perfect because
there's also
that way
something
they can't
about
make
demonic being, but I'm not.
That way they can't make Martin Freeman look too bad because that's going to piss off a lot of super nerd fans if they try and make him look
super
bad.
Nerd or Super Hulock?
Super nerds.
Okay.
It does it.
I mean, he is one of the king nerds.
But think about it. Wakanda, it's an African country, and a lot of African countries, a lot of the people there have accents from another country. Yeah. What if they had British accents? It would be perfect because
then a third of Africa has British accents.
Yeah, but a lot of them have French, a lot of them have Portuguese, some have
really?
Spanish.
Portuguese?
Yeah, I can't remember any.
We're not. That's
anyways.
Side point.
Anyways, that would actually work perfectly because then they could bring in Black Panther and nobody would even realize it at the moment.
Yeah. Do you want to go off that, or did you go on to a spiel about Norman Osborn?
Yeah, I already did.
I mean, they now have the rights to that character.
Yeah, but they need to find the right person for Norman, somebody that can look exactly like Harry.
Okay.
So.
We have a little bit more with William Hurt as General Thunderbolt Ross, because I've looked into this a little bit, and speculation says that because he is a general and he is a government man, he's going to end up siding with Iron Man. They apparently do have a relationship since he talked to him at the end of The Incredible Hulk.
And Hulk does side with Cap in the comics.
I can't find anything on that.
He does.
Okay.
So, but
not just that, but it's going to take a lot for the Hulk to come back into society. And Ross is the Red Hulk, so...
And they already have their problem that they had in Wakanda, which could help, and that could be a reason for Black Panther to be coming over.
Yeah.
On top of that, Hulk might be getting out of hand. I mean, it was obvious at the end that Bruce Banner, as the Hulk, was coming to some sort of realization, potentially something that will lead to Planet Hulk, so on and so forth, or even World War Hulk. But think about if he got out of control.
Even Planet Hulk has Red Hulk coming into it, though.
Yeah, and exactly. If they could make it where they make Red Hulk to fight Hulk.
Would you like to see a Hulkbuster fight? But, I mean, two roided up dinosaurs.
Pretty much, yeah. It would be a moment of they would make General Ross Red Hulk to fight Hulk, and then they both become assets that need to be removed.
Assets.
And so they shoot them off into space. You know, Illuminati.
Illuminati. I was thinking more booby trap. You said trap.
Anyways.
Love Deadpool.
And that could start the whole Planet Hulk thing. I think it's perfect that they're bringing Ross in.
Not just that, but Joss Whedon even said he wanted to do Planet Hulk.
Now, admittedly, I'm actually not the biggest fan of Hulk. I know a lot of people out there are. But I think it would be really cool if they were able to bring Hulk in properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even get Red Hulk in there. I mean, come on.
There's also some thought about Liv Tyler reprising her role as Betty or Betsy Ross.
I don't know.
I think it's Betty. woman who made the flag. Anyways, next topic.
What's the next one?
Red Skull returning.
How did he die at the end?
I want to say same way Captain America supposedly did. Down with the ship.
I can't remember.
It's either that or Nuke.
It's been a while since I've watched that movie. I really did not like that movie that much.
Yeah, I liked it more than Thor.
Yeah, Thor was kind of shit. The first Thor was.
I don't see them bringing him back though. I mean,
in fact,
he was a reprise. He kept coming back again and again. It was a huge part of Civil War, but he's been gone for 80 years by this point. I mean,
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like a lot of Cap villains. Some of them are just a little too ridiculous, and Red Skull's one of the two ridiculous ones. But it would be interesting if they brought him back.
Hold on, you have to remember though, Cap once punched Hitler in the face. I mean, it is a little ridiculous. It was fit to the time. I mean, every single American on the earth in the 40s would have loved to just punch Hitler right in this stupid fucking let us all march together face. But, yeah.
Anyways, I think that the main villain should definitely be one another because they start fighting, but definitely Crossbones. And whoever the main background villain is,
Baron Zemo. That was confirmed.
Okay. Well, anyways,
I think.
I'm gonna fucking look that up because for some reason I actually don't completely believe you.
Okay, so I've heard Baron Zemo is going to be the main villain. I'm not too familiar with Zemo. Let's see. I do know Crossbones is the one that...
He pretty much causes it.
I was going to say shoots Cap in his head. I mean, what causes it is Nitro being a dick.
Yeah, but then Nitro's a mutant, though, isn't he?
Inhuman, technically.
Technically, okay.
I believe I looked this up. And
yeah, well, there's a lot of shit between the Inhumans and the mutants. I mean...
I'm saying, though, Marvel has the rights to Inhumans. They do not have rights to mutants.
So they could bring Nitro in as an Inhuman.
Yeah.
Which would be
He
interesting.
detonates a school, kills 606 people. I feel like they need to keep that number right where it is.
Mm-hmm. That would actually be pretty effective. I mean, 606 people is a lot of people.
Yeah, not just that, but the epicenter of the explosion is an elementary school.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that...
But they're also not bringing in... They haven't confirmed any of the new Warriors.
I don't think they need the new Warriors, though. I think they can have the Avengers. They can have... I mean, maybe it's like in Batman, where he just has a bunch of fake not lookalikes, but...
I don't know. I feel like they...
Poser's the wrong... Wannabes? Is that...
Well, yeah, he does. But I feel like they need the Inhumans, the new Warriors, because it shows a little bit of new blood in it, not just...
I don't know the...
Quicksilver.
Yeah, but the thing would be, it's just, hey guys, we're here. Hey guys, we're fucking dead, except for Speedball.
Well, it could just be, yeah, except for Speedball, who becomes Penance.
Speedball.
But it would, I think it would actually be pretty cool, because then it could also bring Penance in, because they need...
Well, hold on, let me...
They need a super speed, they need an Agilitrix. They got rid of Quicksilver immediately. Spoilers, everybody, Quicksilver dies.
You bitch. No, he's dead, he's staying gone. Joss Whedon said, we need consequences in this.
Exactly, and this would bring in consequences.
This is so much consequences.
Well, yeah, but new Warriors. You literally got these superheroes that are able to fight and do all this stuff, and the next thing you know, they're all dead.
Just you fall in love with them. It could only be 30 minutes in. Maybe.
It's kind of like Stan Lee just walked into the fucking office one day.
Hold on. Is there something you can do with Captain America? Like, she trained the new Avengers with Black Widow.
Yeah.
It's possible he just like tries to branch off into a new group. They get rejected or something, and just decide, hey, we basically received all the training. We can still help. Let's get a reality show in here though because we're dumb, and let's blow up a school.
Exactly, and that would be great. I mean, it would get really into the whole war. I mean, it starts with the new Warriors doing that shit.
Not just that, but I feel like Cap in particular would hate the idea that they were doing the reality show.
And I feel like it'd just be great if Stan Lee just walked into the office one day and said, hey, Paul, you like these characters? Yeah? Well,
we're gonna kill them.
They're gonna die. But I worked really hard on them. Yeah, they're fucked. They're fucked, Paul.
He just looks at this. Speedball's getting married. Stan, why do you have a match, motherfucker?
You just see Stan getting really close to fucking Paul and just going, Paul.
Why is all of our paper soaked in whiskey? For reasons. Don't worry.
Paul, I'm gonna fucking kill your fucking heroes because I fucking hate you. Fuck you, Paul.
And because I fucking can. I'm Stan fucking Lee.
You hear that, Paul? Fuck you.
Fuck you, Paul.
Fuck you so hard.
Next up, Paul.
What?
No, just
Just
remember Carl?
Anyways, continue.
One of the Iron Man suit wears Carl. Phil Coulson.
What about him?
Being in Civil War.
Yeah, but there's also a theory that Phil Coulson never woke up. He's actually
in a dream.
He's actually in a dream,
That's
which would be really
happening.
interesting.
I don't think that's happening.
Are you sure?
I mean, Lady Sif.
So,
Does he know Lady Sif?
well, he might, maybe not. I don't know. But even then, like, just think about it, if this entire time none of this was actually happening. I mean, it could easily explain why it hadn't connected into any show really so far. I mean, there's been a few Easter eggs, but they've kept saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have this person on the show. We're gonna have this person on the show." Guess who never shows up?
Well, it might just be Supernatural saying, God's gonna be in season 4. All you gave us was Chuck. Yeah, that's all. Just Chuck.
Just Chuck. Anyways,
NSA being the film's main antagonist.
I feel like it's just everybody's gonna be sitting there because America's a dick.
Pretty much. I mean,
We get it, foreign fans. You hate us. We know.
we're cool with that.
I'm not. I hate me too.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate just
I hate it.
the American in me needs to get kicked out. All of our American fans are now going, "You're not patriots." I
I don't support the Confederate flag flying on a truck, and I'm happy to say that.
Yeah, I don't support a lot of the locals where I live. We live in the middle of Kansas. We are very forward-minded. Just going to point that out.
I'd also like to say I do not in any way, shape, or form support Hutchinson, Kansas changing its name to Metropolis, Smallville.
Smallville.
For one day's fine. Do not make a stupid petition to change the name legally. You are wrong for doing so.
Anyways, yeah, believe it or not, we come from Kansas. Now, you probably all think we do because we probably have accents, which I think is coming out right now, which is really bad.
Well, to be fair, I actually learned this in acting. Midwest accents are actually the most preferred with, like, news and stuff. Like, news anchors and stuff, just because New Yorkers, I mean, they talk like, you know, they have such heavy accents. California.
Are you kidding? We have the heaviest. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, it's not like you're gonna go order a deep dish and go watch the Bears. Like, I mean,
I feel like I should shoot myself. My dad's a New Yorker, and you just insulted
really?
him. Yeah, he's from Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
But he was just insulted deeply.
I don't care. Do you want the next one?
Yeah, let's go.
The film, I just basically copied down half a paragraph. The film will also take cues from the trial of Captain America film, and there will be a plotline circling around whether or not Bucky Barnes should be considered the world's longest-serving POW, or if he should be held accountable for the Winter Soldier's actions, basically treating those as separate, Bucky Barnes and the Winter Soldier as separate entities.
I would think that'd be interesting.
There's a second sentence to that, but address that.
I think it would be interesting if they did that, because I feel like there would be a lot of assholes in like the NSA and stuff who would be trying to fry Bucky.
Well, not just that, but they already did it with Romanov when she testified at the end of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I think one. It's just, why can't we hold you guys accountable? Because you need us. I mean, they said a lot of these people in this courtroom think that you should be held in jail because of the crimes you've committed for and against this country.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was originally a Russian operative. She switched, but Bucky was originally an American who got switched to Russian. Now he's possibly
not
American.
really Russian.
Let's go. He's French now. He's French.
He was Hydra, which is technically German. So
Okay, but Winter Soldier is Russian.
A little bit, yeah. He's supposed to resemble Soviet Russia and so on. And
Doesn't in the comic he have the sickle and?
He does for a time, yeah. It gets ridiculous.
He gets different paint jobs on that on. Sexy.
But
shit.
at the moment in the cinematic universe, he simply has been registered as Germany.
Yep.
I mean, he pretty much got Hydra war paint on him. You know?
Yeah, I think that was addressed. Winter Soldier. I mean, Captain America's going to side with him if that does go to trial or anything. He's going to side with Bucky, saying he was brainwashed, he didn't know what he was doing. He was touched as a boy, whatever he has to do. And Tony is going to side with the government for obvious reasons. And at some point, I have Arnim Zola.
Arnim Zola?
Yeah, you said that you know that. Implies that the Winter Soldier was directly responsible for the deaths of Howard and Maria Stark.
I mean,
first of all, we don't know when they died.
They probably do somewhere in the series, just we're not really too...
It's just whether or not... You don't know how long Winter Soldier's been
That's true.
active.
That
I'm guessing Howard and Maria Stark died 80s. Something like that.
I don't know. But it would be interesting to have that tossing around. Because that would also be an interesting start to it all with Bucky and so on. Especially if they could get Bucky into the Captain America armor. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. Anyways, Howard the Duck, who I've wanted to talk about this whole time. I want to see a Howard the Duck.
You have the floor with that.
I want to see a Howard the Duck remake. Some of you might know that in 1986, Howard the Duck had his own personal movie where I don't know what company made it. Honestly, I'm almost afraid to know what company might have made it.
I'd love to look that up.
Look that shit up. But they made...
What are the odds it's Fox?
It's actually pretty high. But they made a Howard the Duck movie where they got this shitty little animatronic duck with a child's voice running around saving the world from fucking aliens. It was the scariest shit I have ever watched. Not because of any of the aliens or anything, but because of the fucking animatronic duck. It's like playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2020 mode, or 420 or all 20 mode for every single fucking night, and it gets worse than that. And on top of that, it's in real life. What? Who did it?
No, I'm not there yet. Oh no.
What?
Hold on. Let's see.
Also, it'd be interesting if they brought Howard the Duck in because he is played by Seth Green. And I was thinking about him being like a background character, kind of like Scrat in Ice Age. Just while the Guardians are doing all their shit.
Oh, God.
In the background, you just have Howard the Duck solving his own little mystery.
Okay, let's see. First of all, this made me laugh. Budget was $37 million. Would you like to guess what the box office was?
What?
38.
Oh my God. They made a $1 million
Would you like to
profit.
see what is actually physically hurting me now?
What?
Who made it?
Who?
Guess. You get two guesses.
Miramax.
One more.
Was it Marvel Studios?
It's Marvel Studios didn't exist.
I know, but I just felt like guessing.
It's now owned by Disney. Lucasfilms. Why are you tearing up?
I feel like they were
Lucas himself proposed the surrealist comic book following the production of American Graffiti. Why would you go from American Graffiti to Howard the Duck?
I feel like Disney was like, okay, it looks kind of like, you know...
Oh, Marvel Studios!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Marvel Studios made it.
I feel like Disney was going, you know, he looks like Donald Duck or some of the other ducks in the universe of Disney. Why not have him in? Why not?
Someone just going, Stan, you shut your whore mouth.
And then Lucas said aliens, and Disney didn't know it hit them. And next thing you know, you have the most disturbing animatronic duck doll you will ever fucking see. Pull up a picture of it, Josh. And JR. Hi, everybody. We're back.
Fuck up number 4.
Fuck up number 4. I blame JR.
No. It really was you. I'm just looking for a picture.
You could just look it up.
There we go.
Oh my god, that shit's horrifying.
Lucasfilm built that, and apparently they realized how much it fucking sucked. They just decided to go with it.
Did they even use that pen name that some directors use whenever, they don't want to be affiliated with the film?
Well, let me see who directed.
Like Alien 3.
Who did Alien 3?
The same guy that did the others, just he went by the pen name because he didn't want to affiliate it, and now it's no longer canon at all.
Ouch.
Yeah. He thought it was horrible. I don't know what he was thinking.
There's a Playduck magazine?
A play. God damn it.
Let's see. Not really seeing who directed it. Directed by William. Is that what you? Huck. Huyck.
I don't know what they were thinking when they did this movie, but it is terrifying. I suggest you watch it at like midnight on a caffeine high. You will just sit there and...
The guy who directed it helped write Star Wars.
Oh my god. Man, he must have felt really disappointed about that one.
Yeah.
Went from Howard the Duck to fucking Star Wars.
Well, there was a...
I'm guessing this is...
hold on. Let me read you some of his screenplays. American Graffiti, Lucky Lady, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Well, that's one.
He directed 4 films. Messiah of Evil, French Postcards, Best Defense, and Howard the Duck. I feel like he sucked as a director.
I feel like he was the guy that decided, hey, Jar Jar would be a good idea.
Fuck you!
That's what
I'm fine with learning about little Darth Vader. Jar Jar was an abomination.
He was probably the guy that just went in, guys. We need to relate to the little chitlins. I've got an idea.
Although, to be fair...
Jar Jar.
To be fair, if J.J. Abrams fucks it up, he is going to be Jar Jar Abrams.
He will be Jar Jar Abrams.
That's already been determined by the nerds.
But anyways, this guy obviously was the one that decided, why don't we have a half-retarded local prance around while the Jedi do shit?
That's not okay. He was fully retarded. Not even like using the word retarded, but Jar Jar was retarded.
I mean, let's...
he was dropped on his head and then shat on by a Wookiee.
There's so much depressing shit with Jar Jar, and now he's...
We still have topics if you want.
A lot of
topics.
Jar Jar is now Lucas lore canon and shit. It's just bad.
We still have 2 topics if you want to get through those.
Yeah, let's go through the topics. Let's not get on this depressing topic anymore.
Hank Pym and Scott Lang being on opposing sides.
That would be interesting.
I have a side note on that. Scott Lang siding with Tony because he is a reformed criminal and most likely wants to side with the government in order to make his image better, basically.
Maybe, yeah. Honestly, I'm also wondering how they're doing it because from the looks of it in the show, they're making his ant control and stuff all about the suit, which originally it's a serum, which can't be taken back. So I'm wondering how they're going to do that. Now, bringing Hank Pym and the other Ant-Man against one another, sorry, I can never remember their names.
Scott Lang.
Would be pretty interesting for Civil War, but I'm not entirely sure. If they do, I would almost hope that they could do the gigantic versions of them, where I think it's Hank Pym that figures out how to reverse the shrinking process and makes himself gigantic.
Well, I don't see... Scott Lang definitely doesn't do it. I mean, Hank Pym was a genius. Scott Lang is...
A thief.
Who bangs his daughter, I think.
It would be pretty fucking funny if the entire time, while everybody in the background is having this huge fucking civil war, you just see on Cap's shoulder 2 little fucking ant-sized guys just duking it out.
Can I make a better thought? You see, in a straight up fight, just fists, no suits or anything, Paul Rudd would kick Michael Douglas's ass, right?
Yeah, probably.
Hank versus Scott. But And in my mind, Scott probably is a little more creative than what Hank would be. Like, Hank's smarter, but Scott can think outside the box. So you see everyone just going at it, fighting each other, and then you see Hank on a giant ant, leading an army of ants. Then you see Scott come over the hill with an army of beetles.
No,
and these are the big-ass beetles that lower their heads and ram.
During the battle, like, Tony mentions, where the fuck is Scott? And then randomly it just shows, like,
you just
fucking...
hear, charge!
No, you just see Cap throw his shield at Iron Man, and just randomly on the shield is fucking the two Ant-Men duking it out.
Just fight like in a boxing ring, just, come on! Then it just strikes in something, just the reverberation, just, fuck!
And the movie should just end, like, all the fucking battle is over, but it just shows, like, Tony and Cap just hugging it out, and then they just sit there and they watch for, like, 2 hours without telling them, and it's just Scott and Hank just fighting on
just
the back.
Just duking it out, just, come on, bitch!
They're, like, betting and so on. Civil War II. I bet on Scott. I bet on Hank.
Tony just throws a nickel at them to help them out. That becomes their shield.
That or it's just like a picnic. Like afterwards, it's a picnic, and you just see like a fucking army of ants on both sides charging.
Just a large ham just going off on my pretties,
and everybody, and just Tony and Cap are just sitting there, just staring at them as they're charging across.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then they make out and make wild love, and realize that this entire time they were destined for one another. I want some Tony Stark Captain America fanfiction. Come on, people.
It exists.
I know it does.
So much.
So much. But we all know what is going to happen. I mean, it's just this forlorn love that's between both of them, and they don't talk about it.
People look down on 40-year-olds doing 90-year-olds.
I mean, I know, but at the same time, you know, Steve's doing pretty good for his age.
I mean, he's not doing bad.
I mean,
he can still run a 2-minute mile, I guess.
And Tony's looking pretty bad for his age compared to Steve over here. I mean,
Tony or Robert Downey Jr.
Although oddly,
Robert Downey Jr. looks.
He does look pretty good for his age. Honestly, though, Stark would plow Cap.
No, that's how it would be.
Yeah, I mean,
why was that up for debate?
I don't know. I was hoping you.
Why do we always get on to fucking
I feel like
Chris Evans?
I just felt like it was going to become this whole little Marvel Civil War gif. That's just.
Oh God, I'm picturing it.
If they were gay.
Remember when we were straight though?
If they were gay, who would be on top? Well, I'm obviously saying Tony. But I mean, Steve definitely has the strength and so on. But I feel like Tony would bring out the armor just to pin Steve. I mean...
I'm picturing... I'm a reverend.
You're a fucking minister from
an
online. He likes to call himself reverend.
Technically I am.
But I think he's just trying to play up his own role.
Not really. I've only married the one couple. Oh! We have something to do.
We have something to do.
We were supposed to choose our sides.
Mm.
That was your idea.
It was my idea, but I never researched it, so I feel like I did a shit job on that.
Okay. Do you just want to go into it?
Okay.
We basically talked about this, last week? Yeah, last week.
Okay, Stark is about getting everybody registered and so on, because Stark wants to end all this shit between, supervillains and blowing up the Earth. He pretty much wants to retire. He
wants to be able to retire. He doesn't want... The goal, he says in Avengers 2, the goal of the Avengers is not to exist anymore. Not to have to exist anymore. He doesn't want to be the one on the front line. He's fine with doing it, but he wants to be able to go on and build Pepper a barn.
Meanwhile, Cap's over here going, okay, every time he even says this, every time you try to prevent a war before it happens, it always ends up bad. And, he does have a bit of a point. But at the same time, what I think is, okay, Stark has the right idea, but...
Wrong method. Well, do you know what he actually does in the comics?
What does he do?
Him and Reed Richard agree completely. They agree completely on it. So they build a prison called Prison 42.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it was his 42nd idea to benefit mankind.
Yeah.
And they place it in the it's the realm where like crap, you talk for a while.
Anyways,
Stay on the topic though, because I'm going to come back.
I side mainly with Iron Man, but at the same time, Cap has the right reason for fighting it. I feel like the big
stick with Iron Man. I'll defend Cap.
But the thing is I feel like the main villain during all of this is the government being greedy, while Iron Man
Negative zone prison.
What?
Negative zone.
Oh. Anyways, because Iron Man, he just wants everybody registered, so that way, if a villain does something, people know the fuck did it. We have all the people with powers. These are powerful powers. Sorry for the redundancy, but these are things. Take Nitro, for example. 606 people die. One blast. A lot of people can get hurt from these powers. Tony himself.
Not just that, but Nitro doesn't even die in that.
Yeah.
Like, he's still out there with the possibility. I'm going to go on to what happens to him just because it's
well, just wait. Tony himself makes the Ultron program. I mean, it's this huge thing where even though his super genius is a bad power by itself, he even realizes that himself. And you even said he's always trying to redeem himself.
He has so much to redeem.
So he's sitting here and he's trying to make some form of global safety net. He's trying to get all the people with superpowers under check because, to be fair, they are a liability. In the Marvel comics, there are superheroes that can control massive amounts of people. What if that person just decided one day to be suicide? Yeah, Scarlet Witch being one of them. The Vision is insanely powerful. All these people are insanely powerful, and Tony's sitting here going, maybe, just maybe, maybe we should get everybody registered, so on. Meanwhile, the government's sitting here going, maybe we should force them all to become our soldiers, record their different DNA patterns, get different abilities from them, and so on.
Not just in... Sorry, I'm thinking of everything that happened. Obviously, they can't touch on every single aspect. Civil War involves, I think, every single character, basically,
pretty much,
in the Marvel Universe. Everyone takes a side.
Other than a lot of the more galactic
I mean...
ones.
Guardians, I don't think really give a shit, but... X-Men. Marvel doesn't have the right to them, but they decide to remain neutral. Somehow, there are only 198 total mutants in this, because this was following House of M, where most mutants lost their mutant abilities. But, so, they lost that power. So they all go to the Xavier Institute, where Cyclops is in charge, to live together and not, hopefully, harm each other. The government, I don't remember how, basically tracks them all down and injects them with something. So if they're not allowed to leave the Institute. If they get too far out or if they start causing trouble, they have something in their blood that will just subdue them. Cyclops loses his fucking shit at this. I mean, all those kids are his responsibility. And most of them are kids. That's what the Xavier Institute is for. It's for children, primarily. Anyone learning to use their abilities. But Xavier hoped to be able to get them while they're young, because they're more easily teachable. So most of these people are kids, and you're basically doing a full-body taser anytime these kids step more than 100 feet out the front door.
And on top of that, they can activate it at any time. They can pretty much take out any of these kids.
They can do it just to be spiteful.
And
I mean, depending on what government employee is manning the switch, they could just be dicks. Because government are dicks.
Well, okay, I'm not trying to be, anti-government control and so on, because there is a lot of points to socialism and communism and so on. Yeah, crucify me, anybody out there who thinks different.
Well, I mean...
But the thing is that there are greedy assholes in the government. There are a lot of them.
You know what really sucks real quick?
What?
We agreed when we started this podcast not to talk about politics.
Oh, man, so much politics. I mean, fuck Koch brothers. I mean, oh, wait, is that brand name? Would they sue us? They might actually try to sue us.
They're like 2 hours away.
They are. Shit. Anyways.
I was going to do something, but then if something happens, I'm going to be blamed for it.
Anyways.
Do you mind if I get back to the super prison?
Well, real quick. Anyways, Stark has the right idea. I think he does, but the thing is a lot of greedy government members go about it too extremely. And I don't blame Stark for, if Stark is involved with the whole thing and making sure they can't leave campus, because he's trying to monitor a lot of the mutants because of Nitro. But when you look at it, he's causing them to grow a lot more distaste towards the government. So he's pretty much being negative towards his own ends. Contradictive to his own end.
My turn?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I was just basically going to get onto the subject of the prison. It's called Prison 2. Apparently it was the 42nd idea out of 100 that Tony Stark, Reed Richards, and Hank Pym had created following the Nitro clusterfuck. There were portals set up to teleport people, one portal in every single state. So something called the 50-State Initiative, which is basically just superheroes in every single state to help police the state. If they found someone that was unregistered and unwilling to register, could just go to the nearest portal, beam them in. It was very clean with sanitation, but extremely heavily guarded, including password changes every 10 minutes. That's insane.
A little, yeah. But when you think about some of the powerhouses that are going in
I was
there,
going to list some of the powerhouses.
move your foot.
Iron Fist, Cloak and Dagger. What?
Why the fuck would Iron Fist go in there?
Posing as Daredevil.
Oh, yeah.
Cloak and Dagger, Speedball, Prodigy, and Prowler. Hulkling was in there. Hulkling actually, Captain America used him as a mole, and Hulkling busted every single motherfucker out. So, this was actually, Spider-Man was originally on Tony Stark's side. He actually unmasked himself in front of live TV cameras. I believe his words were, "Hi, I'm Iron Man," or "Hi, I'm Peter Parker. I've been Spider-Man ever since I was 15," which opened his family got attacked for that, which is the need for privacy. But he was still completely okay with siding with Tony Stark because Tony promised to protect him, until he found out that Prison 42 was basically, if you were not willing to register in any way, shape, or form, Tony just threw you in there without trial, and you stayed.
So basically, Tony went too far. He became almost a dictator.
Did you say Gitmo? That's weird.
No, I said dictator.
Gitmo.
Whatever. Anyways, this isn't a very funny podcast. I don't like you.
Ultron was a former staff member at Prison 42.
Was he?
That's what it says. Alternate universe, but Earth 8096. I lose track of the Earths.
I still don't like you.
Remember when we were best friends?
Oh my god.
Hate you so much right now.
I want water right now.
Maybe you should eat a dick.
Oh, that's severe.
Should we just take it off, or
You take what off?
stop recording?
Yeah, we could do that. I mean,
Oh fuck,
it's
we're
almost-
still recording?
it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning here. I'm a little tired.
That's fair.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I actually kind of wanted to stay up all night, seeing as how you had me come back. We actually almost didn't do this tonight. In fact, it's not even tonight anymore. It's this morning because we almost didn't do it.
Are you bitching?
A little bit. I got in a really deep conversation with Thew in my car. Thew, if you get to know Thew on a personal level,
Which none of you will.
you sit there and it's, what the fuck just happened? Oh, your phone. Okay. It's like acid whenever you just sit there and talk to him. Because
What a lovely description of someone else.
Because within the next few seconds, you might as well be hallucinating vividly. I mean, and that's just what happens when me and Thew talk to one another. It just becomes very vivid hallucinations. Not always pretty. And no, he does not drug us. But still. So I got in a really, really, really deep conversation with Thew for a bit.
Yeah.
And an hour later, Josh, god damn it.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't even paying attention. And welcome back to fuck up number 5, I think.
No, more like 82. He kept fucking up my name in between. JR has fucked this up so fucking royally.
That looks really weird on the.
What does?
How to record my voice doing that.
Well. Anyways, JR, who has been avoiding saying my name so he doesn't fuck up like I do, decided he was going to say my name, and then he fucked up and he kept doing it.
I have to get them out when I'm not recording.
Ah, shit, yeah, that's right.
That's what you should have been doing.
Anyways,
do we have anything else?
I don't know if we have anything else. This is why we need guests.
Pretty cool.
This is why we need friends. We need people we can talk to whenever we're dying. I mean, I want pop right now so I can get more energy, but the thing is, it's just going to give me pseudo energy, and I need water.
I feel like you need to go home.
Fuck you.
I'm going to call this, okay?
Are you going to call it? We're not even going to put this fucker in.
Nope.
Hi, everybody. We fucked up. Goodbye.